Now, The Sun has been well known for featuring topless models on page 3 for decades, and campaigners have protested against the pictures for just as long. But their fight could soon be coming to an end after Science of Paper might scrap the controversial photos. For some, it's a national institution. For others, it's a national disgrace. Page 3 was the part of the newspaper beyond the headlines, but now it's in them. For more than 40 years, female models have posed topless in The Sun, beginning with Stephanie Rahn in 1970. It's led to long careers, fame and money for the likes of Linda Lusardi, Samantha Fox and Katie Price. But now there's the first real sign that page 3 could be nearing its end. The Sun's publisher, Rupert Murdoch, has responded to a tweet who accused the paper of being from the last century. He said, "You may be right, don't know, but considering, perhaps halfway house with glamorous fashionistas." But what would the end of page 3 mean for The Sun? Speculation is already rife. It could result in the paper losing up to 500,000 readers to other rival tabloids. Well, I'm joined now by the former deputy editor of The Sun, Neil Wallis, and the feminist campaigner, Kate Smurthwaite. Great to have you both on the programme. So, Neil, is this the beginning of the end of page 3? What do you think?
I wouldn't have thought so, no. I think it's probably Mr Murdoch simply being mischievous. I think what will decide it is what the readers of The Sun think, and 2.5 million of them are women, 2.5 million of them don't complain about it. So if they decide, I think it will be decided by the readers.
And I suppose the papers, the readers are still buying the paper, and it's up to them, isn't it? If they didn't like it, they would stop buying it, wouldn't they?
Well, I mean that's absolutely true, but at the same time, when you talk to people who do buy and read The Sun, I think it's almost being very mean to The Sun to suggest they only buy it for what's on page 3. I'm sure the publisher of The Sun would like to say, no, it's our sports coverage, it's this, that actually page 3 is quite a small part of what they offer. And for me, and there's been a huge campaign recently around this, thousands and thousands of people signing petitions, making it quite clear that there is a real depth of feeling on it. What it seems to me is that we've got to accept that, is this news? It calls itself a newspaper, and it calls itself a family newspaper, and I think we've got to accept that no, it's not news, and no, it's not what we want young people in this country being exposed to as they grow up. It sends a very powerful message to young girls.
This issue about the thousands of people, let me tell you, this petition that you're talking about started 6 months ago.
Yes.
I wrote about it 5 months
ago.
Yes, but it started 6 months ago, and it aims to reach 1 million signatures. It's got 64,000 this morning. On the day that it started, there was a similar petition about saving badges from culls. That hit 100,000 in about 3 weeks. Now, the truth of this matter, only certain sorts of people care about wanting to ban page 3.
And they're entitled to their opinion, and they're entitled to express it.
I completely agree that you're entitled.
I think they're making a brilliant point. The point they're saying is, what are you? Are you a newspaper? If so, print the news. Are you essentially soft pornography? In which case, rebrand as soft pornography, be reallocated to the top shelf.
2.5 million women, ordinary women, who are entitled to view it themselves, don't agree with you. They don't
No, I think you'll find a lot of them. I think you find a lot of them would actually prefer that wasn't in there, but they want other content.
Why didn't they sign your petition?
But lots of people have signed the petition.
Well, no, they haven't really, though, have they?
That's like
people
saying,
don't really care.
That's like saying 7 million people read The Sun, but that means that's 53 million people in Britain don't read The Sun.
Yeah,
so I think you'll find
people do.
they're on my side.
Neil,
but potentially 10 times as many people don't.
Okay, Neil, 40 years old the paper is. I mean, come on, it is a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? You wouldn't want your daughter either on that page or reading it, would you?
It's not a great, arrogant thing to say that I would have entitled to a view about whether or not my daughter decided to go on page 3. Let me tell you this.
Would you be happy for her to be on page 3?
4,000 page 3 girls since this began. 4,000 young women took a democratic decision. They made a choice to go on page 3.
Some of them as young as 16.
That's
some
untrue.
Of them as young as 16.
They haven't been anybody for 16.
We have to leave it there, I'm afraid.
2003, when they changed.
Thank you very much for joining us. We have to leave it there, Neil. We have to leave it. Thank you very much for joining us. That is it from us tonight. Sian has got the weather for you next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.